Hello friends. Nepal has a roughly trapezoidal territory, 800 kilometers long and 200 kilometers wide, with an area of 181 square kilometers. Nepal borders China to the north, India to the south, east and west. Nepal is 27 kilometers from Bangladesh from the southeast tip. Kathmandu is the capital and largest city of Nepal. Nepal is geographically diverse, with fertile plains, subalpine forested hills, and 8 of the world's 10 highest mountains, including Mount Everest. Nepal is famous for its climbers, with many of the world's highest and most challenging peaks. Technically, the southeast slope of Everest in Nepal is easier to climb, so most people prefer to climb the mountain from Nepal instead of Tibet. Nepal was never colonized, but served as a buffer zone between Qing and British India. During the 20th century, Nepal ended its isolation and established strong relations with regional powers. Nepal is culturally and ethnically diverse because it is a country formed by occupying a number of small kingdoms in the 18th century. Nepal has 36 public holidays each year, ranking first in the world. The national flag is very special. In terms of shape, only the current Nepalese flag is not quadrilateral. Instead, the Nepalese flag has a design of 2 overlapping right triangles. Every detail on this flag has meaning. The 2 triangles symbolize the Himalayan mountains and represent the 2 largest religions in this country, Hinduism and Buddhism. Red is the color that symbolizes courage and victory, and is also the color of the national flower of Nepal. The border of the flag is blue, a color that symbolizes peace and harmony. Another aspect, it is said, the flag shape symbolizes a temple in Nepal. Placing a mirror on the side of the flag closest to the flagpole will create the image of a pagoda. The special land of Nepal. The Mustang tribe has 7,000 people scattered throughout an area of 2,000 square kilometers in the Kali-Gandaki River Valley. Foreign visitors have been allowed in the area since 1992, but are still regulated. Foreigners need a special permit to enter, which costs $50 per day per person. Most tourists walk the same trade route used in the 15th century. More than 1,000 Western walkers now visit each year. Mustang is rich in Buddhist culture, similar to the Tibet Autonomous Region of the People's Republic of China. It is an alternative way to experience Tibetan culture and landscape with tours offered by the Chinese government. Mustang is hidden deep in the Himalayas, surrounded by towering mountains. With its rugged location, Mustang was isolated from the world and was almost forgotten if it was not rediscovered by explorers in 1981. This isolation contributes to the preservation of Tibetan culture and wild nature. Up to now, Mustang has always been a mysterious land full of attractions for tourists around the world. Mustang is a land of ancient culture with beautiful scenery. The barren landscape in this land is dotted with rocks of all colors, dotted with settlements with long rows of houses, white buildings, barley fields. Once an independent Buddhist land called the Low Kingdom, Mustang was annexed to Nepal in the late 18th century. However, it was not until 1950 that this kingdom actually gave up its independence. In 2008, the monarchy in Low officially ended when Nepal became a republic. Most of the Mustang people live in the Kali-Gandaki River Valley, at an altitude of 2,800 to 3,900 meters above sea level. In winter, people migrate to the lower regions of Nepal to escape harsh conditions. Once part of the Tibetan Empire, the Low Kingdom had a culture, religion and language closely related to the original Tibetan culture. Among them, Buddhism is a religion that has a very important position for the Low people. Religion, Prayers and festivals are an indispensable part of life. The most important Buddhist festival in Mustang is Tiji, held every year in early spring. In addition, the massiveness and ubiquitous presence of the monasteries are also outstanding evidence of the position of religion in the life of the Lo people. Just a few years ago, residents of Mustang still believed that the world was flat, illness was caused by evil spirits, and monks cured illnesses with exorcisms. One of their most unusual customs is brotherly polyandry. According to this ancient Tibetan custom, each Mustang woman can marry multiple brothers at the same time in the same family. The daily life of the Mustang people in the drylands revolves around livestock such as goats, horses, mules, donkeys, cows and yaks, agriculture and trade. The main crops are barley and buckwheat, but also corn, apples, apricots and vegetables. Since 1992, the king began to open the door, allowing outsiders to enter Mustang, and the tourism industry here began to develop. However, only 1,000 tourists visit each year. People see this as a way to preserve the kingdom. Why is there polyandry? In many places around the world, the custom of men having 5 wives and 7 concubines still exists, but perhaps it is not common for a woman to have many husbands, and these husbands are often siblings. The reason is because arable land is extremely scarce. If the land is divided among brothers, each person will only get a very small plot. In addition, the harsh winter here makes farming work very difficult, requiring the cooperation of many people. From there, polyandry, which means a woman marries more than one husband, and these men are often siblings, was born. Because if a man has many wives, his number of children will certainly be more than if a woman has many husbands. In addition, the fact that many siblings marry one woman also serves the purpose of protecting family assets including land and livestock from falling into the hands of outsiders. Also, according to this study, a family with 3 brothers will be the most beautiful structure for an ideal marriage, so that in the future, parents will clearly assign responsibilities to 3 adult men, one a farmer, a livestock farmer and a salt trader. Officially in terms of marriage, this daughter-in-law is the wife of the eldest brother, but the younger brothers in the family are also joined in the marriage, meaning that the parents marry all the brothers in the family. Then the eldest brother was assigned to be the representative husband. In case you have a younger brother who is too young to know how to be a husband, it's easy, just wait a few more years. That's why throughout the year, the 3 brothers will take turns working away from home, maybe for a few weeks and sometimes a few months, so whoever is still at home at a certain time will take on the role. Husband game with that only bride. In cases where a family has 4 to 5 sons, usually the 4th son will be sent to the monastery and the 5th son will have to leave home to find a new life. And for a polyandrous marriage to always be sustainable, there is a family rule that the only daughter-in-law must ensure the fairest sexual satisfaction for all 3 brothers in the house, even though maybe she likes one more than the other. However, there is one thing that everyone implicitly understands with each other, which is tolerance, concession and understanding between husbands and their wives. This is also the secret for them to have a beautiful marriage. When a child is born in a family, it is the mother who will decide who the father is. And no matter who their father is, all children from different mothers must behave equally with all men in the family, meaning they must consider all their uncles and aunts. My intestines are like my biological father. The Nepalese custom of sharing wives does not lead to any fights or jealousy between husbands and wives. Husbands respect their wives and perform family tasks such as cooking, washing, and taking care of children. Women will take care of and manage the family's finances. And the recent information also ends today's story. If you find the video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support, as well as to receive the earliest notification every time our video is broadcast. For now, goodbye and see you again.